in the street.
Because the people in the Belfast Anarchist Collective been running a bookshop, print shop and cafe for the last 3 or 4 years, decided they wanted to start doing something on a bigger scale. So he took on this place on Saturdays for a test period of about 2 or 3 months to see would it be viable to start running a full-time centre in Belfast. But any of the bands that have played so far haven't asked for any money. They're playing sort of to help us out to raise money. So if we do start a full-time place, we need a lot of money to do it up and that kind of crack. Hopefully in the longer term, all kinds of people turning up. It just so happens that on the Saturdays we've been running, it's been mostly punk bands that have played, and the punks are sort of taken to the place.
Well, the black walls, right, they're born for starters, and it'd be better if they had as much anti-government, anti-state propaganda as possible. Anything at all that'll break down the black, but it's good, like saying something. And during the day, the lights flashing on us, it gets into your consciousness somewhere along the line, like gets into your head, you know. First poster Just Books ever did. Whatever you want to make out of it.
Like, what about Ronnie really? Like,
everything.
What are you for,
you know as much about it as me, like.
I don't really.
You know about that one.
Well, what do you?
Right. You know about that one. And that one, that one, that one. It's what you make out of them, like. Yeah, well, there's no shit on them.
Do you do these posters yourselves?
No.
Where do you get them sent to you?
Well, just from everywhere and anywhere, like. Or some of them we did ourselves.
You try to
did
take
that
your
one,
what posters and put up?
Oh, why? Nothing that insults women or black people or gay people, or nothing that puts the government point of view or the state's point of view or Thatcher's point of view or Molyneux or Paisley or any shit, like, you know. Hey! You get it from everywhere else, like, so why should we be filling it all right, like? But I mean, it's black walls, that's why the posters are there. Otherwise, I mean, much better to have graffiti, sheets, big, everything. Posters, like, it's all hard work putting them up. Much better putting the posters up outside, you know. Somebody's annoying people, like.
Just absolutely fantastic. That's all I've got to say. The posters are absolutely brilliant.
I have about 100 up my bedroom.
Huh?
Should I have about 100 up my bedroom?
Yeah, you like the posters?
Oh, they're alright. So they are.
The centre's owned by gays in Belfast, and they let us use it any time we want except 2 nights whenever they run their disco, which is great. It means we can decorate it as we want, use it as we want, as long as we put it back into the state at which they run their Friday night and Saturday night disco in, you know. At the minute we're only using it Saturday afternoon, but between now and Christmas we'll probably use it a couple of times on a Thursday night as well. December the 10th is sort of a women's liberation benefit social, mainly a disco, film, cafe again, a lot of crack, a lot of freedom, trying to get as many of the people interested in women's liberation along as possible. Personally put it in their pockets and go out and drink it or anything, you know. Anything that's made from here goes back into the thing.
We definitely agree with this, like, that's why there's never any dummies somewhere else, like.
And that's why you're coming back every week, that's why you're here 3 hours earlier and you know, all the rest of it, like. That's obvious.
Good place, like, and everybody out there, it's a brilliant place, you want to go to it, get off your ass.
What do you mean by anarchism?
Oh, good question.
I think I'll be an awful long time to
What I mean just like enjoying myself without anybody fucking me about or without me fucking anybody else about, pure and simple. But at the same time, I've got plenty of energy, so I want to do plenty of things, like. So I want to do things with other people as well.
4, 6, 8, organize as much as space!
I'm alright, you're alright. Good man.
I'm writing today's menu of events for the Anarchy Centre. Today we have Static 17 and Rude Boy, the film.
Belfast is starved of anything for alternative-minded people. Your choice is a capitalist place where you have to pay your money in and they throw you out as soon as you've spent your money, more or less. This place is entirely different. That's how we'd like to see it developing, a sort of a libertarian culture which exists in Belfast.
Why do you show all these sort of films every week? What's different about the films?
Well, they've got more political content than most other films and a bit of meaning to them, more than you get anywhere else.
What sort of political campaign had one flew over the cuckoo's nest?
For me, that showed what life in asylum could be like. It was one person's one very individual person's struggle against people trying to conform him to their ways. They'd already conformed most of the people in the asylum.
What's your job in the centre this week?
I was supposed to be doing the cafe. I'm not really sure, but at the moment I'm going to try and get this notice board together.
You bake the bread, don't you?
Yeah, I bake the bread. I bake the bread because, like, I really don't like chemical bread, chemical food at all. It's all organic. All the stuff goes into the bread. Hopefully all the stuff that goes into the cafe, except for the coffee and possibly the cheese. I just feel that so many people are into drugs and all sorts these days, and we're being fed so much shit by the chemical companies.
It's been fairly plain and simple to start with, just wholemeal bread and cheese, peanut butter, flapjacks made with oats that people have made.
Yet all the punks and people that come here seem to love it, like. I mean, simple, very simple, but it seems to be great. Why do you think that is, like?
I think partly because it's simple and isn't greatly processed or whatever, full of chemicals or shit that they don't necessarily want to eat. They can see what they're eating, it's quite plain and simple there. And also it's cheap.
You seem to like this food here at home. Why do you like this for? Because it's good for you and it does you better on the shit you get it usually at the ordinary shops. Good bread, honey, peanut butter. I like cooking. I like that type of bread.
See us here stuff there, and what's that there? Looks like Rice Krispies.
They're flatjacks, they're made of oats and honey.
Honey sandwiches.
Honey sandwiches?
Aye.
I've never heard of them in any other places.
Well, it's nice honey as well.
Is it? Where do you get this here from?
It's from Sassafras.
Sassafras, that's a health food shop, isn't it?
Aye, the one above Good Vibes or below Good Vibes.
What do you charge for these honey sandwiches?
10p for a small one.
10p, that's not bad, isn't it?
That's alright. It's good bread as well.
What goes into the bread?
Yeast, flour and water.
Who makes that?
I make it.
You make it yourself though? And what about the cheese? You do all this yourselves, the grating the cheese and all this, don't you?
Aye, Marlon's just done that, the one with the muscles over there.
The two bands today are Stalag 17 and 7:10, and they'll be on later in the afternoon. But first, at 1 o'clock, hopefully, we'll have the video, which is Rude Boy. It's about the clash and one person who followed the clash around. I haven't seen the film, and hopefully, with the clashing, it should be good, and people should be able to associate with it, especially the punks. There's a cafe today. Hopefully, again, organic foods and fun, which people create themselves, we hope, which is the idea of the centre. The music's really loud at the moment. The music's great. This is Stalag 17 are warming up here, and the excitement's really gone, you know. It's like the royal wedding as people are coming, you know. People are sort of walking up the streets, and every day, every Saturday morning this time, the adrenaline flow is coming. The adrenaline flow. It's ridiculous.
That's the right way home. Well, the judge wearing his wig sits in his high chair, and you mustn't be dishonest, he will say. Well, who the hell does he think he is kidding? Oh, and the politicians are lying every day. That's the right way home. Or am I talking on the phone? You can't turn money into stone. That's the right way home.
It seems that they've put two cops under the door, as it were. They're just walking around, they're probably dizzy by now.
What do you wear clothes anymore?
Cops, wanted. We're just trying to have a good time, trying to get other people to have a good time, trying to keep the cops off the people that are trying to have a good time.
They're passing around every 5 minutes now. They might be warming up. Don't know if they're going to come in or not. Sitting outside, the engine's purring, you know, dirty look.
Can you see any future in it, this club? Like,
if the peelers keep off our backs, alright.
That's any problem. Like, but wherever we go, you get the law. But you know what?
It's two RUC officers just here who are in wondering about what's going on. There was apparently a complaint by a member of the public about a bit large crowd in Long Lane. And this is the second time in the space of about 10 minutes that RUC patrol have come into the building. So just at the moment they're just asking questions about the way the place is run and what's going on. And some people are trying to explain to them. Other than that, everybody else is inside watching the film.
What are you coming along to the A Centre for?
The A Centre, the Energy Centre. Well, because I hear music, that's where.
No.
Okay. Now.
Are you into violence then?
No.
Nope. To hear the music, because they never get an opportunity to hear any music, so it's good to be able to bring them up somewhere in the afternoon. No, third actually.
Third?
Fourth week.
Fourth? Well, it's the fourth week it's been on.
Fourth week.
Well, what do you think of it so far then?
It's okay.
Why do you keep coming back?
There's nowhere else to go, I suppose.
Yeah. Is that it? Like, I mean, you could go to the Pound, you could go to the Blackthorn, you could go to
There's nowhere else to go on Saturday afternoons, and you know, it's a nice atmosphere.
Alright, where'd you get that?
Lenigan giving it.
No.
Actually, it's gone.
Yeah.
Why are you a punk? Because I like the dress and it's better than most other things. I mean, you're doing something constructive, and I mean, you're not just walking about with a wee circle in your back shouting mud, they're doing fuck all.
When you don't put down rules, you don't get none damage. But if you say to somebody, right, see them toilets, don't spit on the floor or don't break nothing up, somebody will go and say, fuck our rules and smash it up. Know what I mean? So you don't put down rules and nothing gets damaged.
I like it. There's no, what I mean, there's no hassle at all. You just look after the others. Look after us. So far, look after us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we come in, they don't fuck us. First, the food's cheap, and the food's cracker, and they haven't fucked us about. And whenever we come in, they try and get us into their schemes instead of as if they're the sort of. One of the things that they're the sort of kings, the elite people, and they make everything for everybody. But in here, everybody makes everything for everybody. You know what I mean?
Everybody take one.
Nobody, no hassle.
Gives your views on anarchy. How about that?
Don't believe it.
You don't? You hear this? You hear this? Don't believe in anarchy. Get out.
Do what you want to, but with a bit of responsibility. Not just running wild, being able to do. I mean, doing what you want, but not fucking sort of going out just smacking somebody because you feel like it.
This is basically people organising their own lives. Let the state, government, things being distributed according to what people need. No capitalism, people exploiting each other.
Now, you're from the south, Annie. What do you think of the south?
It's getting pretty heavy at the moment. A lot of unemployment, increasing repression, a lot of possibilities hopefully to do things with people. See that things are so bad at the moment.
And then just there now is another couple of police inspectors in, and they're just sussing us out, sniffing around to see whether it's worth their while closing us down or not. That's how I honestly see it anyway. But as regards the ones that are in earlier on, they don't like us. They don't like us. I mean, they know there's something not exactly their style about the place. They can't put their finger on it just yet, you know.
This week I hope you all enjoy yourselves, and I'd like to take this chance to say to you, we'll just try and keep the sniffing down, because we've had a bit of bother with the police.
Overcome my views. 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 Overcome my
views. If people have put so much energy into the place, I mean, they deserve not to be fucked about, messed about. So we didn't say no glue sniffing. We said don't sniff glue in the cafe, or the people in the cafe won't continue running the cafe. Keep it to a minimum in the main hall. Go out in the alley if you want to sniff glue.
What about the glue?
The glue?
How does it affect you?
First of all, it made me very sick the first day because I'd been working in here and hadn't been used to all those fumes. There wasn't much air as well. And when I got out, I was really sick.
Glue is the best. I've tasted magic mushrooms, I've tasted pot, everything, and glue is the best.
So have I, and mushrooms are the best.
You all sniff glue?
No.
I used to
Yes.
What do you sniff
He
glue?
does.
Who's that?
He does. Where's a sniffer? Come here, come there.
Come here. Where is that?
So you put glue, tend to glue off. Look, glue all over.
Why do you sniff glue?
Look, he's had a cake.
Because I want to.
What does it do for you?
Nothing.
He's had the woman. What does it do? Does it have any adverse effects on you?
After? Yeah, I get a sore head, but that's not bad. I'm burnt. But it's good. And you know what you're doing. People say you don't know what you're doing, but you do know what you're doing. And I do anyway.
I used to sniff glue, but I don't do it no more.
Why not?
Because it didn't like it, it's bad.
Make
What way was it bad?
Used to make you, when you didn't want to do anything, it couldn't do it.
Makes your urine go red.
Pump through your system. Repeat, repeat, repeat. You are possessed. Can understand your language when you've inhaled once or twice. When the habit becomes a
What do you wear the swastika for?
What?
What do you wear the swastika?
Well, I like it gear. Just like a gear.
Do you not think it has certain meanings wearing a swastika?
I'm not worried about it.
Huh?
It's supposed to, I don't know, it's supposed to scare our dogs know all the way.
You still at school?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's fucking boring.
No way, like.
Teachers, they're all bastards.
Yeah? Do they pick on you?
Yeah.
Why?
Either they don't like punk, or else they just fucking pick on you.
Jackets to
Yeah,
school.
I know. They fucking told me I'm not allowed to wear this.
That coat?
Yeah.
Why?
Just to don't tell mods or anything to take airs off. But tell me I'm not even allowed to wear it up to school.
Yeah?
But I wear it. I give a fuck what they say.
Oh, you can't wear any wristbands or anything out there. They say get them off and all. You're not allowed to wear any socks. All the they call them school, all the skinheads, they'll go around their white socks and all that there. You're allowed to wear them and everything.
Why do you think they're picking on punks?
Don't know, just don't like them.
Do they appreciate your hair at St. Louise's?
Don't go in with my hair like this.
What would happen if you did?
Throw you out.
Throw you out. You still at school?
Yeah.
What's school like?
So, that's alright. It's boring, though.
Boring?
Yeah.
You've been here every week, haven't you?
Yeah.
You must like the place or something?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Because there's nothing else to do anywhere else.
Yeah. And where are you from? West Belfast?
Yeah.
What's it like there?
It's boring. There's nothing to do anywhere.
What about the RUC? Do they leave you alone?
Yeah.
Huh?
Stop you every night.
What are they after? Like, just hassle?
Yeah.
Do you wear that jacket this school? Do you? They don't say anything?
Slobber to me like, but they don't throw me out.
Slobber? But they don't throw you out?
No.
Weapon of peace? Are you into that?
They know it.
Eh? Beat guns?
I like the dress a wee bit different. I mean, it used to be all into punk. As the guys were saying about 77 punk being dead, it's still alive here because no new ideas to beat the appeal of punk have been brought up here yet. So I'm trying. This is trying to be an innovator. People wearing curtains and lyrics, bagel foil jackets, and well, that's just try to be a bit different.
Did you dress like that at school?
This? Nah, they would throw me out.
So what do you have to wear?
School uniform, like, my hair's still spiked, like, but I didn't spiked all over. They'd throw me out. It's pretty cat, like, hit all these rules and regulations, like, you know what I mean?
We sort of keep a low profile, but this place should stay open, we'll be alright.
Well, we shouldn't have to keep a low profile.
I know, but that's
nobody
the way
else
this
does.
society is, that's the way it's run. I mean, because you've got spiky hair and you wear, say, ripped trousers, you get fucking singled out straight away as being a hood or something.
suppose so.
Earlier on, like as punks arrived and that, they started calling things at them. And if they were to call back, then it's a hiding or into the police station, abusive language or obstructing the peace or some shit like that. Yet they're causing it. Yet they're standing outside now, waiting on somebody just to say something to them. If they weren't there, there'd be no trouble. Because they're there, there's going to be trouble. And like, who can blame whatever happens, you know? They're to blame. That's it.
Well, any punk gets hassled about the way they dress. The day I was coming down here.
Today?
Yeah. Called me a faggot.
Who did? Police. The police. What's it like living in West Belfast with orange hair and a lot of studs in your jacket?
I mean, it's not very good because you get a lot of stick.
You get called a fruit and you get beat up for it, but so it's good fun.
Get back in front! Better start running because the cops are coming. Better start running because the cops are coming. The cops are coming. I better start running. Gotta start running. Better start running because the cops are coming. The cops are coming.
Who's the group gone today?
Still like 17.
You ever heard them?
I once.
What did you think of?
Thought they were alright.
Like your group's playing this week. What kind of group do you have?
Well, we're a punk group.
Still like 17. I'm pretty lush, like. Let them boys sung that Nazis are no fun. Aye, lush. I fun indeed.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, they're magic. They're really fucking music's class. They are. Right, Andy, now you follow this group, you're a roadie for this group. What do you see in it? What future do you see in these lads?
I like music. I like our music.
She used to be a mod.
Aye, but that's beside the point.
I thought they were fucking great. I was dancing.
I seen you.
And singing.
You dance anyway, Jesus.
What about you, Anne?
They're very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
If it wasn't for the Troubles in Northern Ireland, I don't think there would be any band. Because it inspired us to the extent the only way we could reflect back was through lyrics, through songs. There's a song called Nighttime Maneuvers. So it is, and it's about the time when the hunger strikers dead. And it describes my feeling. And the guitarist of the group, he was out with me that night. And it was terrible just that, that seeing that many people hit with plastic bullets. Seeing that many Brits come into the estate. Raiding the estate.
Well, we've got one song. It's well, the real title should be "The End of Civilization as We Know It." It's all about the bomb dropping. You know, people don't take the threat of nuclear war very seriously. I mean, some people. We would try to put a song with a message. You know, wise up, wake up. But we didn't want to get bogged down. You know, they're anti-nukes, so this we just called the lamppost song. But I mean, the last line of the song's all very moody about the bomb, people dying. But the last line is, "The bomb is dropped. I forgot to bring the library books back." You know, so.
The Defects? Never heard of them. Who are the Defects?
We are the Defects.
Did you ever play here or something?
Don't give me that, man. Don't give me that. We're the first band to play here.
What sort of songs are you singing? Like?
It's all sort of experiences we had. Brutalities about being abused by the police.
What?
It's we are 7. The famous 7.
Where did the name 7 come from?
Well, we were in Downtown Studios, and he said, "What time is it?" And I said, 7, and I said, "That's a good name for a band."
So it's stuck. That's it. 7. Been going for about a year. I only joined them recently, about a month ago. Yeah. This is the only place, well, that I know of, that you can get a gig, no problem.
When I get rich, I'm not gonna exploit the youth. I'm gonna exploit record companies and exploit anybody who exploited me. 77 was very good year, yes, for punk and for new music. But that was nearly 5 years ago, you know, and things do change slightly. And a rawness should be taken out of the music, and much more feeling and new ideas and things should be put into it. See, and make it more musical. It's just died, more or less. I mean, this is just like a ghost thing, a sort of graveyard of punks, you know.
Why do you think there's so many punks still in Belfast?
Because Belfast is behind the times, you know. Yes. There's not that many people who are still punks.
A couple of hundred sitting inside.
I know. I'm going to play in front of them.
It's getting stronger, if anything. What? Everyone's anti-establishment these days. Have to have something to do.
The songs are just about like what I think myself personally.
About what? Belfast?
No, not about Belfast. It's just about how I view life and everything, you know.
We don't try and put any messages in our songs for anyone. Like, our songs are about us. We don't care how anybody else take them, and we don't try and tell anybody anything because we're not really into that. Like, our songs are just purely for entertainment. In Belfast, probably more than anywhere else, punk became a really hardcore, really root thing. It wasn't a trendy thing, it was more a way of life. And we've watched wave after wave. As people get older, they maybe feel a bit embarrassed about dressing up, about spiking their hair. We've watched them die away, and always a younger crowd come from below them. This is it again. This is the first time like the young crowds feel allowed to come and watch bands.
I'm about the oldest punk in fucking Belfast. I was trying to start, and I'm still here. Everybody else I know has been married, settled down. We'll never settle down. It's a good thing, never to settle down. It's only now that we're starting to play in France, London and England and all, and starting to get good reaction in the continent and in Britain.
Your turn. It's not my turn. It is your turn. It's not my turn. It's not my turn. It is your turn.
I thought you weren't into violence.
Really? No, we're not. No. We're just doing the boxing match thing. Boxing match. Yeah.
We all like a Santa. Plenty good. Somewhere to go on a Saturday instead of sitting in the cold in the fin.
Where would you normally go then if you didn't come here?
Just around that round and beat some mods or skinheads.
Beat them on.
What, all day?
No, you don't. I laugh at people walking by.
To get rid of your aggression in a dance hall and going out and beating the shit out of some fella walking down the street.
We never fight. We're not really into fighting. We just want to do our own thing. We just want to be ourselves.
Anarchist war is what we're looking for.
I think it's great. I'm really into it. I think it's brilliant. Really good.
It's good, like, good crack, you know what I mean?
I think this place is not appreciated yet, but it will be in a long time. Well, this is the first chance. This is the first chance. You know, kids have Youth clubs are useless because they're disciplined and they're run by balloons. This is the first place that I don't think people maybe appreciate it now, but in the long time it will be appreciated.
I am a punk.
I spy